Oh, look at that. There you go. Oh. No. Well, well, I say so. Yes, why not? Yeah, what?
Right. Strange comments from Neil, but we'll carry on.
Strange comments. You're very flush this morning.
Just had a bath.
No. Right, we're going to nip out, and I need to go and get a couple of bags of smokeless coals for the log burner, which should be the last ones for this year. So get them out of the way. Then we're going to fit Sandra's pedal on a bike, all being well. Pedals.
Have to.
Then we're going to have a look at Sandra's Ego, give it a once over, go and check the engine oil, coolant, water, washer, and change your wheel rims. And then I'm going to drop it.
I'm trying to chuck a bucket of water over. It's covered in salt and grit at the moment.
Well, we need to get the jet wash out at some stage. It's a bit. I don't think we're going to have time today, but I do need to get the jet wash out because I need to jet wash the bottom of the garden and the patio that's full of sawdust and logs. Right.
And we're still waiting for rain, aren't we?
It was drizzly last night. When I went to bed, it was like a mist out last night, but not real rain.
Not to fill a water butt up.
And somebody commented that you can get a collapsible water butt with rods. They put in the comments on the last video.
Why do we need a collapsible one?
Because if you need to buy one when I'm not here, apparently
it'll fit.
It fits or something. So you need to look at the comments. So Sandra needs to do an update. And somebody mentioned getting a sticker to them as well. I'll try and reply back to that. I've got to give this a bit of thought, this sending stickers out and everything. I don't mind doing it, but obviously I just need the postage covering. So I'm going to I'll have a word with Sandra. She does my accounts.
Well, Sandra's got to keep you on the right track, dear.
Something like that. Right, come on. Let's go start today.
You got a bit confused there, Sandra, didn't you?
Wait, unless you just said don't get the red one, then you said you can have 2 bags of red coal.
Don't get the red bags. So the coals we have are branded. You can't see here. They're actually branded red. But there's some other thermocoals in red bags. I said don't get the red. But I meant don't get the red bags. Get the red coals. Something really nice with this Mazda is this thing here. Saw that? 1 second. So normally on your rear parcel shelf, this is always down. It's a pain in the arse. But this can come up and down like that. Look at that. Look at that. So instead of being in the way, up it goes. Just thought I'd share that. I was quite impressed with that.
Can you see out the back window with it like that though?
Yeah, it lifts down. And so can you see out the back window? So that's it down in place now. No, Sandra's going, what's she doing? I think Sandra's been a bit weird. So it's quite big in the back here. It's quite long and it's quite got like these little porthole windows in the pillars. Yeah, baby seat for Caden.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like that, Sandra. You happy with that?
Worky, yeah.
Okie, right. Right, so do Sandra's pedal, and I said bring the bike into the kitchen. So when I was a young lad, we used to always bring the bikes into the kitchen. Do you remember when we used to do pedals?
You normally shout at me when I bring the bike in the kitchen.
You probably bring them into the kitchen. When you were little, you used to get your bike and sort of put them upside down on the handlebars. Anyway, big tip, Sandra. I think I told you this. So when I was 16, on my second pay packet, I went and got myself a Gorelli.
We have a problem.
I've got more spanners upstairs, Sandra, don't worry. Yeah, I've got loads of spanners. I went and got myself a Gorelli 2-stroke little moped with little wheels, just like a pup. Anyway, one winter, a very, very cold night, it was snowy and freezing cold outside, and it needed decoking. And I had this idea. So on a Thursday, my mum used to play bingo, so she used to go out for the night, and my dad was working nights. So I bought the moped through the kitchen where I am now, into the living room, into the front room, and I was watching Top of the Pops, because I can remember Top of the Pops being on telly. Anyway, decoat the Gorelli, and I thought, right, okay, will it start? So in the living room, in front of the fire, I decided to crank up the Gorelli. So back in them days, it was like a pedally thing on this 2-stroke, and it started up, and all this smoke, because it was 2-stroke, came out. And it's like, oh no, get it turned off. Anyway, the whole house just stunk of smoke. So don't take a moped into your front room and start it, because your mum might find out, and when she comes home, she's going to ask you what you're doing. And obviously, because I'm a picture of innocence, I said I'd be working on it in the back, near the back door, and the back door was open. Right, Sandra, bike in the kitchen. What are you doing? Sandra, you said we haven't got a 15mm spanner. What's that? Why are you playing with your bell?
Because it didn't work before.
15mm spanner. Right.
Right, so this is the right hand one. It's got a right stamped on it. It's a righty-tighty. And this should be lefty-tighty, yeah. Good.
Right, very good.
So it's going to have to go on that side. We need to get the old one off first.
So I'm going to crank. So that was a left thread on that side, so that's all out easy enough. So just going to give that a bit of a clean up. I'm not going to spray any WD-40 on that because it will just attract grit, which obviously WD-40 water dispellent. Remember, it's not an oil for lubrication. You can get clutch cleaner and brake cleaner on things like this, and it doesn't attract grit, basically. Right, so that's all on, and because it's if anybody has ever assembled a bike, when you get a bike in a million bits that comes from a manufacturer, they are a nightmare to build, and because that's a left thread, so as Sandra pedals, it actually locks up the the pedal.
The clockwise thread.
Yeah.
In English.
So it's right. So
the Loctite. Do we put that on yet?
Right, that's the second pedal on. No idea how lucky you are to have me, Sandra, fixing your bike for you, have you? Where have you gone? Hey.
You have your moments, dear. Thank you.
Oh, Bennett. You used to always, I mean, as a kid, you out there of a certain age, everybody used to just build bikes, have old bikes, and
my granddad used to. And luckily, my dad did teach me to do a lot. So I've done chain extractions and all sorts in the past. But I've changed brakes and things, but it all takes time.
Before kids had BMX bikes, we used to call them scramblers. You put different size wheels on your bikes, and I used to go down Meadow Close down the hill. I used to stand on my seat and put my leg up in the... What are you laughing at?
I just see you doing that.
But I did. I put my hand in the air and things like that. You ever tried riding a bike with your left hand on your right hand and your right hand on your left hand?
No.
I dare you.
No.
I'm just sidetracked here. Fat balls. Back of the nurseries, the birds at the nurseries just don't like the fat balls.
Ooh. Yeah.
So Sandra's got another... Look, she's emptied a bucket of fat balls into there. And Sandra has got herself another bucket. Well, look at that, Sandra. Woo! If you're new here, you need to go back and watch Sandra with these bloody buckets she's got. And I've just been in a shed out in the back garden looking for something, and I've found hidden underneath a load of racking a load of demijohns. Our greenhouse is full of jars, and then Sandra goes, "I'm going to make..." Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Caden was coming round and he said, "Could I please clear the living room?" So I cleared the living room, and he's still complaining. Hey.
No, nobody's got any idea. No idea. Oh, thank you. Oh, right, wheel rim off. New ones on. These on here, and all being well, they look slightly bigger. No, should fit.
Tyres and plates.
So you got four new corners, Sandra. There's the old ones off, new ones on, and then what you can do, if you wanted to, it's up to you. You can put a cable tie on them, and then nobody can ping them off and nick them.
Well, nobody nicked the other ones.
Yeah, but it's a car, and it's our luck. You've heard me say. So if you've got wheel trims on your car, have you got cable ties on? Yay or nay? Comment below. So just done the basic quick checks on the noddy cars. So anybody that's been watching this a while back, we changed the little battery here, and then we were wondering what this was. If you remember, anybody that's been watching, apparently it's a black box for a new driver. So yeah, so it was fitted, so we put it back on, but we all knew what that was, and apparently it's a black box because it's black and it's a box. The black box flight recorder. We've got a true story here, and this is 100% true story, this. So when you have a plane crash happen, they go on about having a search for the black box. And the black box is bright orange. It's not a black box, it's actually bright orange so people can find it. So we were out canvassing several years ago, me and Sandra,
this is absolutely true.
in Timpley, knocking on doors.
We met this nice old gentleman, and he was chatting on, and he wanted to meet you, but you were at another house, so I called you over, and he told us this story.
And at this point of time, I think we'd got the Frank Sidebottom statue done, and he was going on about getting people
Blue plaques.
recognised for activities they'd done, and blue plaques and things. And he said, Professor Black needs a blue plaque in Timpley. And I said, who's Professor Black? So the black box was actually invented by somebody called Professor Black, and that's why it's called a black box. And he lived in, allegedly, he lived in Timpley in Hale many years ago. And then the Hale Civic Society were trying to track down a family member about a blue plaque for Professor Black. So in a few years to come, the blue plaque ever gets put up, you've heard the story first and where this actually came from.
Don't cut me off yet.
Go on.
Don't cut me off yet.
Yeah, I'm not cutting you off.
You are. You've got your finger ready to cut me off.
My finger's here, look. Look, I've got the fingers here.
So having heard that story, cheeky, having heard that story, I did, because I work at University of Manchester, I did make some inquiries as to whether anybody had any further information. And it seems that Professor Black actually worked at UMIS rather than the University of Manchester, which obviously amalgamated with University of Manchester in 2004. And long story short, I was not successful in finding out further information, but they did confirm at least that there was a Professor Black that used to work there. There you go.
We need to find a Hale Civic Society calendar, because there should be one of my photographs of the Well Green in this year's calendar. Just remembered. Yeah, another true story.
There you go.
Yeah, so Professor Black, he invented the black box. Did you know that? Did you know that? But you do now. Right. Quite a little productive day. Our neighbours has come out with a little packet that's come for me, and Noddy car seems to be alright.
Yep.
MOT time in Friday.
Yes.
I'm a little bit suspicious that the clutch might be slipping on this.
I will ask.
But we'll find out.
I'll give them a call before I take it in so they're aware to look for it.
Yeah, they just need to take it out because they won't do it there and then anyway, if that's the case. But yeah, fingers crossed, we're having a great, magnificent car day. I've had a car for 24 hours. I'm not involved in a car crash. We found a scuff on the car we bought. It's not mad, but we hadn't noticed it. And we're highly suspicious that when we bought the car at the car place, there was a car next to us, and we don't know where the car's slightly scuffed into us.
Yeah, because it wasn't there before we went in to pay for it. And then Neil got in the driver's side. I went to get my car to drive home. We didn't actually look on the passenger side before we physically drove off, and it wasn't there before, and it is there now, and we haven't touched anything since.
It's not major or anything like that, so I'm going to get one of these local scuff garages to come down. It might even be cut out.
It's not a major issue, but it's a little bit frustrating. It's like it was all looking pretty immaculate, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, we've got that doing, but but I'm not written off a car. Happy days are here again. What did you say? Why did you go woo? What are you doing? Weirdo. Woo.
Every day with an undamaged car at the moment is a bonus, Neil. Really.
Every day's a fluffy day. Right, come on, let's get the bonnet closed, and we're going to do with these wheel rims. I think we might take him to the tip. The porch. This is going to be a bit of a nightmare. This. A lot of crap in here. So basically, what's been happening is our door isn't lining up. It's been catching up on the thing. It's gone a bit twisted. We've got, you see, this gap here. It's gone down, so I've got Jim coming down tomorrow to see whether we can get the porch taken down, and then once it's down, I can get Billy the builder in, and he's either we're going to have to rip out all the concrete, put a new foundation in, or whether we can put some other footings in. So basically the whole porch has got to come down, and Sandra's going to mount a yellow unit. So this is this thing here, a shoe unit, which is called a bra. Painted it yellow many years ago. But basically, it's not a garage. The porch is full of crap, Sandra. Where are we going to put it all?
Right, those bits go with the porch, so they need to go in the bin. that needs to go with recycling stuff. They can go in the greenhouse. That can go in the greenhouse.
Bin day tomorrow. Mouse nest. And in here, I need to get a light. You can't see. But there's been a mouse living in Sandra's welly. Oh my God. Yeah, mice. Bird food in the porch. Shouldn't be in the porch. These shoes Sandra says she's not got. And there's even more shoes we've just taken out. More shoes. I have no idea whose this hat was. Whose is this hat? Whose is this hat? It's a bit weird. Hey, what have we just discovered about
Perfectly good seaweed.
So you've just said it's chicken food, and it's not chicken food in there.
It was, because you told me to clear everything. Because when you're here, I can't have my things that I actually use in the kitchen or living room, so I cleared it for you, but I still want them. Seaweed keeps forever, it's just seaweed. It's just seaweed, it's not going to go off.
I can't believe as well as your stash of buckets and jam jars and bottles and demijohns, you've now got a stash of seaweed and flour and other things.
Rant. Right, can we get back to the topic?
We are. We're gonna get random things of Sandra. A brick. Why have you got a brick in the porch, Sandra?
Because when it's very windy, like when you were away and there was those massive storms, the door couldn't close, so it couldn't stay shut. So the brick was to stop it blowing all the way open in strong winds. Obvious. Let's get a dustpan and brush. I'm really there, aren't we?
Right, so pretty well emptied. I've got a shoe rack with bits and bobs, which is just a case of lifting that in. We can lob that in the hole if need be. This bra unit I'm going to leave. I've got a Blink security camera on there, so anybody that comes in to our porch gets recorded. And everything else is emptied. So all being well, tomorrow, if Jim turns up, I can get an estimate on how long this is going to take and how, more importantly, how much it's going to cost. And we've still not heard from Dave the roofer. I might get Sandra to try Dave the roofer. Billy the builder was trying him, and once I got a price off him, all systems are go. Do what? You're busy. So this is the first that you've seen. Does Sandra ever do any cooking at home? She does. Why? That looks like a boiled egg, that, Sandra.
That's for tomorrow.
No.
Egg and cress sandwiches from lunch tomorrow.
Egg and cress.
Instead of paying £3 to buy a not very good one at work, I'm just making it. Right. You've never seen me do this.
So I don't put flour on liver. So we're having liver and onion and bacon and mashed potato and stuff like that for
Well, we're not about what you do.
tea. But Sandra's using flour. I don't flour.
It's the best way.
Rafi doesn't really care.
Rafi's greedy.
Oh, we forgot the trifle yesterday, didn't we?
We did.
Oh, we didn't go to the pub last night, did we, Sandra?
I fell asleep.
What did you do, Sandra?
I fell asleep big time.
What time did you fall asleep at?
I don't know, but I just thought I was going to have a lie down, and I just never woke up, did I?
About 7 o'clock, and we get up till 10, 11 this morning, wasn't it? Mega lying. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you're tired, you're tired.
I was very tired.
How's your mother?
All right.
How's she? Good.
She's
Right.
it's very motherless, so she's going to be 90 soon, so we're trying to start planning a 90th birthday party. So to make it easier for her, we're just going to have it in the, like, as a special lounge in the big kitchen where she's residing at the moment.
So she's in a that's a bit big, that.
Yeah.
Not sheltered accommodation, but like what do you call it? Shared accommodation, basically. She's got a flat in a shared accommodation place.
Residential flats, anyway. Yeah, but anyway, she was quite adamant that in this big kitchen that there's no, like, you know, kettle or crockery or dishes or anything like that. She's absolutely adamant. And I said, bless her, it's not her fault, but I think it's like she's severely visually impaired. So I went down with my brother just to have a quick look. Apologies, that's why I was slightly later back. And then, yeah, the kitchen's fully equipped with everything that we'll need for a party. But she was really convinced, because she hasn't seen it for herself, she was convinced that there was no rubbish. Yeah, bless.
So I only cooked liver for like literally 2 minutes aside. Overcooked liver's a bit like, goes rubbery.
Like, you've never ever complained about my liver, which means I do it alright, so...
Because you've never made it before.
I've done it loads of times, you cheeky
I've done it
thing.
once, didn't I?
Loads of
I'll tell you
times.
what, I bought you more bunches of flowers than you've done me liver and onion.
No, that's definitely not true.
It's flipping it is.
It's definitely not true.
Got some garage flowers, Sandra.
Why would I want garage flowers?
I don't know, you just might. Right, well, give me a shout when you get a bit closer. I'm starving. Late for tea. You said you're going to have tea ready for 5.
It'll be ready when it's ready.
Rush is excited, aren't you, Rush?
So when did you last cook me green cabbage? You have never ever cooked me green cabbage.
Green
So,
cabbage?
I'm having mine with green cabbage.
Oh,
and
that does it, gives you wind.
You don't like green cabbage, so I haven't given you any green cabbage because I'm kind like that.
Oh, well, might fancy some green cabbage tonight.
There you go.
Hang on a minute, I'll just have a vegan option. Oh, I've got to tell you, by the way, that I'm having a vegan option. So sorry, look.
That's the first time in 15 years of eating green cabbage.
See what's going on here. So this is Sandra's.
So I like whole potato, Neil likes mashed potato. See, I'm kind like that. Raspberry trifle. We both like that.
You're missing ketchup. You can't have mashed potato without tomato ketchup.
Ugh.
You can't have. So tell me, do you have tomato ketchup with your mashed potato? Thank you. Yeah, got to have that.
No, thank you.
I'm starving. Oh, I'm going to cut my hair in a bit.
If you're nice to me.
Hair clippers are on charge. Right, just trying to eat, and this is a really serious question. I was watching a food vlogger on YouTube. So with mashed potato, I like to put lots of butter in, or even margarine and some milk, so it's like fluffy. But this guy was putting mayonnaise in instead of mashed potato.
Can we chat about this
Well,
later?
do you have mayonnaise with your mashed potato?
No, I have mayonnaise with the chips. But not mashed potato.
Yeah. Mayonnaise in mashed potato. Have you ever done that? What's it like?
Can I get your tea once more?
I'm going to get my tea while it's warm. Don't worry. Don't panic. I'm a big boy, you know, Sandra. It's not school dinners. It's pudding time.
Yeah. Very rare to get pudding in this house.
Yeah, I love a homemade trifle. I can't remember the last time you made me a homemade trifle, Sandra.
I've never made you a homemade trifle. What? I've never made you a homemade trifle.
Oh, so that's not homemade?
No,
Can you make trifle?
Yeah,
No, you can't.
I can.
How long have we been together? You've never made me a homemade trifle ever. If you loved me, you'd make me a homemade trifle with jelly.
I'll make you one for your birthday. Except you're in the
This
nurseries.
pot of jelly's been here for the last couple of months. I don't know if it's out of date. So you can make
How much
homemade
do you want?
trifle?
Yeah.
Why have you never told me that before?
Well, you never asked.
Well, you don't like trifle.
Well, if you don't fill up my entire weekend, I might have time to make you some trifle. Your choice is yours.
Can you make cheesecake?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You never made me cheesecake. You can have that tub of jelly lobbing on it as well.
Seriously?
Yeah. You can have a bit of jelly with your trifle, haven't you?
All of it?
Yeah.
It's a lot of jelly.
Well, I'm a big boy, you know. Starving. didn't know we were on rations. Go on.
All of it?
Yeah, go on, lob it on. Go on. Go on.
There you go. How's that? We're missing something.
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Right, have we got any ice cream?
Yeah.
No, I don't want any ice cream. Squirty cream, go on. We got squirty cream at Christmas, didn't we?
Are you sure it's still edible though?
Yeah, go on, get it in. Get that squirty cream in. So when you were little, these cans of squirty cream, when you were like, I don't know, 12 or 13, as a special treat, your mum got squirty cream. When you were little, did you ever put the end of that squirty cream in your mouth and press it and fill your mouth up with squirty cream? I don't know. Sandra's inspecting the date on this. I'm willing to risk death.
It's open, so...
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Smells great. It'll be fine. Go on, Sandra, go on.
Are you ready?
Go on, squirt your cream on that. Go on. Oh, look at that, there you go. No. You're gonna like I've got dandruff, what? Ah.
We did it first.
Right, so I'm going to get my barnet cut. I've said to Sandra, my hair seems to have slowed down. Maybe I'm getting old. Anyway, I'm going to get a haircut and then go and get a bath, and that's another weekend over with. You're staying at your mum's tomorrow night, aren't you, Sandra?
Yeah.
Leaving me all on my own. How am I going to survive? What will I do without you?
I don't know.
Might buy myself a bunch of flowers from the garage. What are you doing?
You normally do this.
Oh, my apron. Hang on a minute. Rash is supervising. You're supervising, Rash. Rasha, hello? Hello. Okay. Oh. Right, it's all cut, ready to go and get my hair washed and get the shirt off, get a clean pair of jeans out for tomorrow, and that's another weekend final over with. So you've got, I do believe, 2 weekends left with me, I think, and that's it. Oof. I've gone.
2 weekends. I'll do it back out.
So I'm here next weekend. The weekend after that I'm not here. The weekend after I'm here, and then I'm gone. You're going to miss me.
Si doesn't open until March.
I know, I'm going up on the end of February. We've got some seasonal caravans being allowed back onto the site. There's work to do. There's got to get a plumber in, and there's all bits and bobs and stuff all ready to get done before we open. I'll just go on the 1st of March. There's things to do. And this time last year, 1 year ago, I was working at Haven. I was in the Lake District physically at this time last year working. Sent me away again in January.
I did not send you away.
You do feel like a convict being sent flipping to prison for like as if I've been sentenced.
You chose to take that job. You were all excited. You was like, they really want me to do this job, and then you found out why they really wanted you to do that job.
Still not told that full story. You prohibited me. Right. So a bit of a mixed vlog today. Quite a lot of bits and bobs done and odd jobs, but everything's gone okay. Nothing's broken. Not any car crashes. Survived.
Email's still broken.
Yeah, so
really getting me down.
Bit of an email problem. Well, when you go to your mother's tomorrow, try her network and see whether that sorts it out. Right, we're going to wrap off, and thank you everybody that's following us, giving us likes and messaging and doing comments. We appreciate it, don't we? Don't take anybody for granted. So yeah, absolutely wonderful. And if you're a new subscriber, brilliant. That's super. And soon, another month away, you'll be getting vlogs about being a campsite warden, hence the name of the channel. Everybody's going to miss you, Sandra.
That's very sweet, but I'll still be around. Just not really on the vlogs as much, but you know.
It's the moment I leave here. I know exactly all the demi-johns are going to come out, the buckets are going to come out, the jam jars are going to come out, the flowers are going to come out.
I might actually get me jam made while you're in Cornwall. That would be amazing.
Right, well, you got your jam pan. Should we say goodbye? Look after yourselves, guys, and we'll see you all on the next one. Take it easy. See you soon. Bye-bye.